Hi, it's Rob from Walden Homes, and today I'm over at our Heath Street project to talk a little bit about making adjustments to existing openings in masonry wall. This front window here is going to be completely closed in during the renovation process. This side door is actually going to be shifted and raised a bit, and the remainder of the door will be filled in. And this section of window here is actually 3/4 of that is going to be closed in, and a new wider and deeper window will be put in its place. How do we do this? How do we make a new opening where one wasn't before, and how do we close off an opening that's no longer needed and still have it look nice? So there's two options to do this. One way would be a straight fill such as this, where you actually, anywhere you have to fill in brick, you just take the edges of where you've had your previous cut or where the previous opening was, and you just fill in as much brick as you need side to side. If you have a half course of brick here, you just cut the brick in half, cut the brick in half over here, and fill it. So you have edge to edge, but you can see very clearly a very clear indication of where the opening once was. The better option, certainly the more visually appealing option, a little more labor intensive and therefore a little more expensive, would be the toothing in method. What toothing in actually involved is, you can see here you've got full brick and then a full brick and then here's a half brick and here's a half brick. So what they do in the toothing method is they actually remove all these little sections of half brick every second course, and then on the other side again they'll take out those little half bricks. And then what they do is when they install the new brick, they actually, here you'll see they'll have a full brick, a full brick, a full brick, and a full brick. But here what they do is, because they've removed the half brick, they can actually install one continuous full brick here, then the full brick in the middle, and then again one full brick from here to here. So you actually get visually a more uniform look. It looks more like what's on the rest of the wall, where you have brick, 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 as opposed to seeing all these little pieces of half brick and seeing a very clear indication line of where the opening once was. The added benefit to the toothing in method, aside from the fact that it looks visually more appealing, it looks more uniform and continuous, such as the regular wall, would be that it's actually a little better for structural integrity. The reason being, in this straight cut method, you've only got the mortar holding all these bricks in place. There's nothing actually bonded and interlocked with the actual wall itself. When you tooth it in, because you've removed all these little sections of brick, you've got a little bit of a zigzag, and you actually interlock every second course with the course above it and below it, and it makes a bit of a zigzagging bonding joint on this side as well as that side, so it adds a little more strength to the wall long term. For a door like this, where we're actually going to be shifting it over, we'll tooth in the left hand edge where we cut the brick back, that way you don't see any direct cut. And on the right hand side, we'll take out the half bricks that are here and tooth in an extension off to the side. So it'll be filled in here. Again, we'll have a nice clean finish down the edge, but where we meet the new brick with the old brick, again, we'll go with the toothing in method if we wanted to, if it's going to be visible. In this case, it's actually going to be stucco from the top of this architectural stone right up to the top of the soffit line. So in this case, we actually don't need to we don't need to tooth it in, because it's never going to be visible. However, if this was going to be left as painted brick, we would certainly do it that way. The only thing we will have to do is, on the architectural stone, we will need to tooth this. Reason being, it's not going to be, the stucco is not going to cover the stone, and obviously we have to make sure it blends nicely. So if we add another foot here, we'll have to put another full block here, take out the half block and put another block in there, and so on and so forth on both sides of the door. That way you get a nice visual match, and again, everything stays structurally integral and holds everything in place. So that's how we do window openings and masonry walls. Thanks for watching.